Shannon Sharpe has received a lot of backlash from his interview with Katt Williams that obviously took over the internet in just the first day. Their video has done millions of views. Most of the backlash he received from this interview is from having such high views and from also not asking Katt Williams follow-up questions or for proof, which he did not do with a lot of other celebrities, which he will show you.
Yes. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, Shannon left so much on the table. Shannon is not a journalist. I've never said I was a journalist.
Right.
If you listen in my intro, I said, normally what I say, the person that's coming by for conversation and a drink, I'm a conversationalist, not an interviewer. It's a different space. He said, you've allowed other people a very safe place. That's why we like coming.
Keyword, safe.
Safe place.
Safe place.
I've also said on numerous occasions, if you want 60 minutes, if you want Dateline, if you want 48 hours, I'm not the place for you. Go to those places and get those type of interviews. Go to Lester Holt. Go to Nora O'Donnell. Go to, I'm not Mike Wallace, rest his soul. I'm not Ed Bradley, rest his soul. Or Dan Rather or Walter Cronkite, rest their soul. Tom Brokaw. That's not who I am. So if you want those type of interviews, you need to go to places that have those type of interviews.
Right.
Now, the problem is Katt Williams was my 102nd interview conversation on Club Shay Shay. He was the 102nd. Nobody said anything. Oh, but Shannon, you left this on the bone. I've had Magic Johnson. I've had Steve Harvey. I've had Michael Blackson. I've had Cedric the Entertainer. I've had DC Young Fly. I've had a lot of people. Nobody said anything about pushback and follow-up questions until I got Katt Williams on. And this thing took off like wildfire. And the people that's commenting is like, you got 200 followers. You can't be a journalist with 200 followers platform. Just like I've had Ricky Smiley on. I've had Steve Harvey. You didn't say anything. I didn't push back about Steve when he said things about in his marriage. You didn't say a word. When he spoke about his daughter, you didn't say a word. I asked Cedric about did he steal Katt Williams' joke. You didn't say, Shannon, you didn't follow it up. I've asked Ricky Smiley, volunteered. He said, I didn't ask him. He said that he was originally supposed to play Money Mike and Katt was supposed to play Santa Claus. He said that. You never said a word about follow-up questions, and I left so much on the bone. It wasn't until this video, which is almost at about 11 million views in less than 48 hours. Yes. Now, mind you, Ocho, Steve Harvey's done 9 million views. Who else? DC Young Fly is at 4 million. Ricky Smiley over 3 million. Magic Johnson over 2 million. I mean, a lot of these videos have gone viral and had viral moments. Nothing is caught fire like this.
Right.
This is what's upsetting them. Was the way he started. My thing was, do I interrupt him and get this thing back on track, or do I let him go?
This one.
And so he did 30 minutes before I asked anything. Where you from? How this? Your dad, your mom, brothers and sisters. But he wanted to get that off his chest. Need motivation. He said there's God's way and there's that. And if it's not God, it's the wrong way. So while all you guys said, well, Shannon, you needed a follow-up question with what? I said I didn't ask no follow-up question when said he didn't steal the joke. That's not for me to decide. You decide. You decide who do you agree with. That's not my decision to make. I told you when I first started this, my very first interview was my brother. I said, my job, I'm going to try to bring you some of the biggest celebs, entertainers, and athletes that I can possibly bring. And I'm going to allow them to have a conversation and maybe tell you something or share something with you, Ocho, that they've never said, or they've said it such a long time ago, you don't remember it. Ocho, I had you on. Ain't nobody say, well, why didn't you ask him about that situation that happened in Miami? Why didn't you ask him about this? Ain't nobody said anything. You've almost at 6 million with Coach Prime. Well, you've been married this many times. Nobody said a word. I got Steve Harvey number in my phone. I got Cedric number in my phone. I got Kevin Hart's number in my phone. Earthquake and we talk the most. I can sit, look, and I'm friendly, cordial. I've been to Kevin Hart's house, been through his house, met his wife, just saw him the other night at another function. Showed me his cars, had conversation with him.
Yeah.
We're friendly.
Yeah.
Earthquake and I met Earthquake about 6-7 years ago. We've been cool ever since. He called, sometimes Earthquake will just text me, brother, I just called to say I love you. Keep doing your thing. Shine, shine, King. Shine, big, shine, black man. I want you to come. So I have a great relationship. So it's hard on me.
Yeah. I listen, I understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. But obviously, when truth is being told, you are just the moderator in between giving the individual the space to tell their truth. That's it. Yes. There's no hard feeling towards those that you already know, whether you know them personally or whether you just know them as associates. And I really enjoyed it in the fact that you give us a space to be able to tell our truth on your platform. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Trickle effect. We not only did you have Katt Williams, but it's going to be somebody else after that. It's going to be somebody else after that. And it's going to continue to have that effect where, you know what? I have things I need to get off my chest. What better place to do it than on Club Shay Shay's platform, who's not going to judge you.
No.
He's gonna ask the questions he needs to ask and allow you to say what you need to say. And that's it.
Ocho, this thing is doing about 500,000 views an hour. I knew it. I thought it would. CJ told me it's going to be bigger than Steve Harvey. At the time, Steve Harvey was about 8.8 million.
Whoa. Where was I at?
You behind time. You and time are tied at 5.8 million.
Okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming back on Club Shay Shay. I got some controversy to talk about. Yeah, I'm finna outdo Katt. Fuck this.
And I remember finishing up, and I look back. CJ is always sitting behind me, and I remember looking at CJ, and he's shaking his head, and I'm like, what? He's like, Shannon, this gonna break the internet. I said, you think so? He's like, Shannon. He's like, Shannon.
Yeah.
So Jordan's shaking his head. He's looking at me like, everybody, the makeup, everybody's looking like,
right.
I was like, man, okay, they say is that good? Okay, I'm gonna take it. Because when you in it, Ocho, you in it. You don't, and so, bro, we drive, says, okay, when we go, I say, CJ, we're gonna drop it in the new year. That's why I start. So I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna tease it. I'm gonna say, I'm dropping one on Club Shay Shay.
Right.
I promise you, it's gonna, for someone to be better than this and to be bigger than this. President Obama is gonna have to come on your podcast, and says I'm running for a third term.
Fresh out of school, cause I was a high school grad, sleeping in the living room of my mama's pad.